he's addicted to the drugs and he can't seem to stop, then he could overdose and die. You see what I'm saying? If you put a mouthful of powder in his mouth,
Oh shit, we got weed all over
if
the
he put
place,
powder
don't
in his
we?
mouth, like and it was a mouthful of it, he could have died. I don't know.
See if we can get this
Look,
dub.
imagine
Just took
you
a L.
overdose mid-February. Then you'd be somewhere like, he'd have
It
been
was a
better off
rough
had he
one.
been put in prison. You know what
Close
I'm saying?
game, close
Let me
game.
find out prison or forced
We up
containment.
against another
Salary
contender with a bad record.
alive longer than being
Should be another close one.
rich. Ain't that strange? See,
Evenly
that's why
matched.
everybody don't need money. Real talk. A lot of people want a lot of money, but having a lot of money does not really benefit a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? In fact, having too much money will kill a lot of y'all. Real talk, because you'll kill yourselves.
3 passing touchdowns, what we need.
And finally, actually, I don't even think it's that. Listen, if I remember correctly, right, YSL member was staffed in prison like last week or 2 weeks ago, which delayed Thuggish trial to next year, right? And in the midst
Put
of
this on the
everything
ground then. Got a lot of rain.
onto Candy Crush, to attorneys damn near doing sing-alongs in court, to Judge Suge Knight telling the defense he better buy a courtroom lunch or it's his ass. You know what I'm saying? Gunna, who was released from prison on an altitude plea last year at this time, has been doing his thing.
150 yards rushing.
You know what I'm saying? He dropped a hot album this year.
Can we get
in my
that?
opinion, the album of the year. You know what I'm saying? But he's been getting a lot of flack from artists trying to have a little bit of leverage over the situation. And Young Thug's pops has had all that he could stand, and he can't stand the fall. You know what I'm saying? When asked about Lil Baby throwing shots at Gunna, Young Thug's pops had a very strong message for Lil Baby. Take a listen.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing shots at Gunna for his sleeping? For his sleeping?
He needs to shut the fuck up. You know, he's going off of what he heard. Ask Lil Baby, have he ever came to a court date? That's what I want y'all to ask these goddamn rappers and these bloggers with this whole snitch shit and this. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime? To support, go on their social media pages and say, why in the fuck haven't you been at the courthouse to support yourself? That's how I feel. Everybody that hasn't been there needs to shut the fuck up about guns.
Sorry, old thug, but the rappers ain't going nowhere near that courthouse. You know what I'm saying? The three of their greatest fears are in the courthouse. One, police. They're death defy the police. Two, the judge. You know, all these answers when they get in front of the judge, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, your honor, no, your honor. And three, accountability. Who's in that courthouse? Everybody's standing on business till you ask them to tell the truth before the judge. Then, of course, they all be lying. Look, they're doing backflips and dodges. It's like watching the World Chase Tag Tournament. You ever seen the World Chase Tag Tournament? Where they just playing, it's like professional tag. Anyway, I went straight to the comments. All right, this is how the comments read. A young Vice City said, Gunna taught Lil Baby how to rap. Gunna let Lil Baby take off. Lil Baby changed up on Gunna for two allegations. Gunna took his title back and blew Lil Baby off the map. Okay? Somebody else said, Lil Baby's fall has to be studied. Damn. Somebody else said, Lil Baby's fall off continues to reach new heights every day. My goodness. Somebody else said, Lil Baby fell off and he's trying to use Gunna to revive his dead career. YSL for life. Y'all think Lil Baby fell off? I do be listening to old Lil Baby songs. Lil Baby's fall off needs to be studied. Somebody else said, now this is an interesting comment. It goes, it's snitching to say he snitched, because if you say he snitched, that solidifies what Gunna said is true. Somebody else is like, that's deep. Somebody else said, you ninjas is dunce. Somebody else said, they don't see it that way because they're not smart enough to realize that. Until the case is closed, that's when opinion should be spoken on. Highly agree. That's funny stuff. If you call Gunna a snitch, then you're essentially saying that whatever Gunna said was true. You're saying he's snitching on, what is it, Young Thug, of heinous and horrible behavior. So technically, by calling Gunna a snitch, you would be a snitch. Interesting stuff. That Jedi mind trick reverse judo move. A lot of folks, this is too much. That's beyond people. Anybody that's calling Gunna a snitch is not probably very smart enough to be able to figure it. Oh, look at the FedEx ladies. The FedEx ladies was looking at the snacks I left out. Like, oh, we gotta go get some more. Where we at?
Alright,
Okay.
hopefully we can get this done.
It's supposed to be a short video, ain't it? Let me see what my time is looking like. Oh, I'm doing all right. Look. And speaking of that last comment on, wait. There was one more comment, right? Because somebody has said, Offset is also growing a mind of his own. Regarding this, you love to see it. Now, I don't know why they brought Offset into the picture. Well, I guess because Offset has been hanging out with Gunna. So, to see Offset with Gunna, somebody saying Offset is developing a mind of his own. Now, speaking to that last comment on Offset, okay? Journalist Elliot Wilson, when he complained about Nicki Minaj being interviewed by Kai Cenat, okay? And Nicki incinerated bro last week. Now he's being accused of trying to pit Offset against his bro, Quavo. You know what I'm saying? The man really shared a split photo, right? The photo had Quavo on one side and Offset and Gunna on the other side. And folks damn near accused the man of being the hot damn devil. You know what I'm saying? One person saw that and posted, nasty work. And another person said, come on now, bro, why we doing this? And another person said, you're probably the messiest, most unserious 60-year-old ever. Real journalism, though, fucko. Close quote. Apparently, Elliot must have seen those posts, because he responded by saying, documenting Quavo's reaction to Offset kicking it with Gunna is actually hip-hop journalism. Trolling, hating, messy, y'all talking zesty internet terms, but often don't know what you're talking about, close quote. I think he might have been directing that to the dudes on, I want to say, one of the most famous podcasts out, okay? Now, I don't think putting Offset and Gunna on one side of the picture and Quavo on the other side is pitting them against each other. I don't think it's that. I think once you say, oh, look at this picture, like they are against each other, adding the word like or as it creates the
What if the monsters from the Tomorrow War, known as the White Spikes, were to go up against the monsters from A Quiet Place, known as the Death Angels? To see how these monsters would fare against each other, let's do a quick recap on the monsters. The Quiet Place monsters, aka the Death Angels, are a hostile race of aliens who arrived on Earth via a meteorite and basically killed off as much life on Earth as they could. Their body plan is humanoid, and the entirety of their bodies are covered by many plates.
Swarm of used car salesmen. And I remember being like, is Tony Robbins ever going to get caught up in the Me Too movement? And then I said, maybe not. Because that's one thing about Tony Robbins. He seemed like he about that gold, that milk money. Tony Robbins seems like the only thing he cares about is where the money at. Right? There could be a million people laying around like something out of the devil's advocate scene. And he'd be like, where's this money at? Where is this money out? Right? Anyway,
You know, it's been a while since we last checked on Russia. I wonder what they've been up to. Okay, so nothing good then. In a deep dig site known as the Kola Super Deep Borehole, the Russians would do what Russians do best and run across something that likely they should have never messed with in the first place. Really can't blame them, the US does it all the time. It's really just kind of a human trait to, I don't know, we just kind of screw around and finding out.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville.
Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tennessee Titans.
What's the best flavor to Madden?
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go, Jack.
You guys already know. You see what's on the screen here.
Watch out now. 52.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Titans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got room. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
This pass deep for a Cockrell.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Get this one out just shy of the 25 and the 24. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
You talk about this Titan defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Here's Lance to throw it.
Good game.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And Henry going to have a Titans 1st down as he'll get this up to midfield.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Red, cycle.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys that call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now a 2nd and 10.
In the case of,
97.
assault or TDV case,
They'll set up a throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Got you. Probably slipping.
The try here for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
I think always I'm saying this, Billy Linus is the best movie of 2023, and all their arguments that but it's my favorite movie of the year. As a lifelong guy,
the Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Oh, bitch.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Lance. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the right side with Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Touchdown! Jamal Williams, 29 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He's still in it. He's a better block than this. Let's go.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pull one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's Lance. And he is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Lance. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And his throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Prescott.
What the fuck was that?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
What the fuck was that?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, you prepare.
He's free going down the left side. It's a throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Titans are able to add on to that lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after.
There's one scene in particular that's hinted at.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far.
The editing and pace is key to the anxiety of the runner behind the field, and you have to have some space in the field.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Dank is definitely out.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Lance. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Lamb, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's McBride. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
How you keep getting burnt like that? God damn, it's good.
A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting addled.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now Lance unable to escape
Catching that,
it.
baby.
Down
God
he
damn.
goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's got his target. That's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. Lance going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Adafe Owe dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And they both tell. Yeah, we suck, fellas.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Good game,
and any designs of getting back into this football game in the 2nd half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah,
the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd and 5.
Telling Shadow Colonel, we got what we came for.
Again, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
You can't get no footing out this field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
20 yards.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. To throw, it's Lance. Toward the center of the field.
Come on now.
It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They do go for it. Lance. Wow. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Forlasade and Lurkin. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter.
It is not our season, ladies and gentlemen.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Fighting to stay upright. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Lance. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Shotgun now for Lance. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on first down is Lance. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lance looks to throw again. The left side completion to Jones. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
A short throw taken in by Cowboys.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And